A royal reporter has told NBC News that Meghan has requested a one-to-one meeting with King Charles to clear the air before she and Harry go back to America. The correspondent said he'd heard from a very good source that Meghan had sent a letter, as is customary, to ask the new monarch for a private conversation. The couple are believed to be in Windsor today, but are expected to fly back to the US imminently to see their two children. Afia, A, do you believe it? Do you think she really has written to the King? And if she has, do you think it's a sensible olive branch and she sent the letter just in time?
I don't know if I believe this story. I'm not sure how much I trust this whole royal source business and how much I trust this reporter. But let's go with the hypothetical. If she wrote to the Queen and asked for a meeting, a one-to-one private conversation, and it's an olive branch, I think why not? Like we were just discussing, it would be nice to think that the family could take this opportunity to heal rifts. You know, after someone dies, you think about what's important, and you think about, you know, that you want people in your life. And if this is true, which I'm not sure that is, but if it's true, I think it's a good idea. If wounds can be healed, and if King Charles can have a conversation with her, with Harry, with whoever, and actually probably that would maybe stop some of this hyperbole that I've talked about, where there seems to be so much attacking of Meghan and Harry and all that. Maybe that could actually just, you know, put a nail in that coffin and be done with that.
One thing we know about Meghan is she likes writing a letter. She does.
She does.
She's got fabulous calligraphy and beautiful, beautiful penmanship.
Yes.
But we know she wrote to her own father. I mean, we know she does write a letter.
Well, we know this time King Charles won't probably leak it to the Mail on Sunday.
She wrote to ITV too.
Yeah, she also wrote to ITV
Yes.
to get Piers fired, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is, though, I don't think... One of the reasons that they said they didn't want to meet Harry and Meghan in person an awful lot of the time is because they were worried that they'd be literally taking notes and writing about it
and
giving
it would
an
be
interview
repeated
as soon as they got back to the United States of America. He's gone to Balmoral as well, King Charles, so he's not anywhere near Windsor. So I don't know when they would have this meeting if they want to have a meeting. And to be honest, if I was a father and my son's wife wanted to have a meeting with me without my son, I'd be like, why don't you both come? Why do I want to have one with you?
That's why I'm not sure how true this is.
Why would I just talk to my son's wife without him in the room?
So if I've got two sons-in-law,
yeah,
and if one of them did once ask to have a meeting with me, that's really true. And and so we went out to lunch, and I was so busy putting him at his ease, and I wasn't sure what he was going to bring up, and I just kept talking. I was telling all my best stories, and Alex goes, well, he was only trying to ask for her hand in marriage. But I just didn't give him a chance. I was so busy chatting and talking and this and that, and then we got in the car and went home, and I think he was desperately disappointed because I hadn't let him get a word in.
Because if it is something that he confides in you about your daughter, right, or in this case that she confides in Charles about Harry, you know, what do you do then? Do you tell him? It puts you in an awkward position, doesn't it?
It does. It's him as king saying everything was fine till you appeared.
Yeah, exactly.
But
then that would start a whole other fight.
But I do think that if she has done this, I think this is a great opportunity. And I think this is also a moment just to say whatever William said to Harry and whatever Harry then said back to William, to the fact that they then stood side by side and they did their duty during the course of the funeral. I mean, hats off to Harry and Meghan. They played their part. They didn't create at all.
They did.
And I think that shows that there is a possibility, perhaps, of a rapprochement. Let's hope there is. And if, you know, if one of them has requested a meeting, do it, but just be aware that anything may be taken down and used in evidence.
Well, I think so. I think I'd want a witness if I was sitting in the room with Meghan.